Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Motive Racing channel for another fantastic event tonight. We've got the LMP2 round 1 here at Hockenheim GP lined up for you guys, and we're absolutely certain this is going to be a very, very tough race for these guys around a twisty, purpose-built racetrack such as Hockenheim, which used to be a lot longer, used to go off into the woods somewhere around here, but nowadays we're very, very limited to what we can do in terms of safety. But we've still got a hell of a track, very narrow in parts, wider in others. The last section of the track, difficult for overtaking, but obviously you can be tempted, especially as you've got the crowds and crowds of spectators here. They're all willing to see a lot of action when you come into the braking zones. Currently, we are watching our lead coordinator and the man who puts all this together here for the LMP2s, Ugbar, the Flying Dutchman. Our 46-year-old Dennis is from the Netherlands, races out of Hockenheim. Recently switched it up to a G29 Logitech racing wheel. He was racing on the DualShock 4 for some considerable time. Since he's switched to the wheel, we've seen a vast improvement in his pace, which was already very, very good to begin with. And yeah, great to see him out there on track at the moment, driving in the Ligier P2 Nissan number 11 orange livery tonight. One of the nicest looking cars, I think, on this Project Cars 2 game. Hoping for a good result here tonight. He is our reigning LMP2 champion here at Motive Racing, as well is Ugbar. So let's see if he can kick off his title defence in the best possible way. Also got a new driver racing tonight here in the LMP2s, Robert Dornbus, who we've seen has been active in and around our Discord over the last couple of weeks or so. He's been absolutely raring to get out on the track and show everybody what he can do. So now's his moment. Robert Dornbus, named after the famously not the greatest F1 driver in the world.
Yeah, that's F1 driver. He's not the real one though. He's not the real one.
Is it?
I mean, you can
is
think.
he not? Are you serious?
This
Are
one
you
is.
serious?
Yeah.
Are you serious? Is he not? He's not. Are you serious? Like,
It's not the real one.
no, I thought it was. I'm joking.
I mean, you can believe that if you want to. Makes it
Yeah.
a bit more interesting.
Yeah, so we're actually watching the former F1 driver here, Robert Dornbos. He
He's
didn't have the
running.
most successful, didn't have the most glittering of careers in F1, but hopefully he can kick off his motive racing career in the best possible way.
Yeah, so basically, if you want to meet an F1 driver, just join motor racing.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, jumping on Discord, you can actually meet the real Robert Dornbos. I mean, he's playing on the PS4 nowadays because he went through a few troubles in his life, so he's having to play on PlayStation instead of PC. He's had a difficult time since he left F1.
Forget iRacing.
Things went downhill when he got sacked from F1. In the meantime, we're currently watching Ben Parkey at the moment, who's had a good end to the season in the LMP2s. He actually joined midway through last season at the Circuit of Americas race, and he's currently showing these guys how it's done. He's got a 1.5 second gap in this qualifying session to Maze Gamer at this point.
Richie is still yet to set a lap time now.
I hate this chair, man. It makes the most squeaky noise every time I lean back. It just goes.
Oh, and Cranberry Hill is very quick as well. Got a lot of potential tonight.
Yeah, definitely. And obviously, we saw Cranberry Hill racing yesterday evening in the V6 Megans, and unfortunately, they didn't go 100% to plan. I happen to know the reason for that.
We can't discuss that reason.
But I can't actually explain it. If you're a member of Motive Racing, then feel more than free to DM Cranberry Hill and ask him. But we can't actually disclose the reason why his subpar performance occurred yesterday. But hopefully, we'll be seeing a slightly improved version of Cranberry Hill tonight out on track. I'm sure he's going to be absolutely gunning to show everybody what he's capable of. It does look like Maze Gamer's done a very nice lap time there. Our winner of the sprint race in the GT3s, just a few minutes to go, has got himself up into P2 here in this session, just a tenth of a second behind Ben Parkey at this point. I'm getting repeated invites from my friend, but John, I can't join you at the moment, mate, so if you're watching the stream, I can't join. I really can't, mate. I'm in the middle of the stream. Yeah, so we are currently watching Maze Gamer at the moment. Looks like he's had a bit of a mare on this lap so far. I'm sure he'll be hoping to improve as the session goes on. We're currently watching the Flying Dutchman at the moment.
Maze Gamer is only 1/10 off Ben Parkey.
Yeah, I know, but on this lap, he had a bit of a mare.
Yeah.
Coming through the hairpin.
But still, that's going to be pretty close.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm expecting Opar to improve, but he's not going to improve on this lap. He's bringing it into the pits by the looks of it. Yep, Flying Dutchman has had a bit of a troublesome lap there. So at least Cranberry Hill just coming out of the pits to start another lap. We've got Camber also out there. Camber's our Belgian driver. Seems like his connection seems pretty solid at the moment by the looks of it, G. No obvious.
I think there's a bit of lag there. I'm not sure if that was just my screen or...
Oh, he's fine on my screen.
Not on my screen.
Oh, really?
Yeah, not on mine.
He's absolutely fine on my screen. He's got no problems.
That might just be Project Cars being a bit...
Yeah, it could be.
Really?
Yeah, he's absolutely fine on my screen.
It's lagging all over the place for me.
Well, I imagine I'm making myself sound really silly right now saying this because obviously G's got the stream end of the streams on G. The stream is on G's end, so G is seeing an absolute horror show, but I'm seeing Camber driving around perfectly fine.
I think it's just Project Cars. It must be.
Yeah, potentially just the Wi-Fi gods falling foul. Or got a Camber falling foul of the Wi-Fi gods tonight. For whatever reason, looks like he's coming around just out of the hairpin here. He looks very smooth on my end, but I've heard reports that to you guys he looks like he's jumping in and out of the room.
Oh god, I think we should stop watching him for now, yeah.
We're watching Maze Gamer, who to me is lagging a little bit there. I don't know about you.
He is, yeah. I'm not sure if it's...
It's settled down now.
Yeah. Maze Gamer did disconnect from the GT3, so I assume it's... Oh, yeah, it's okay now. It's okay now.
I mean, his connection did pop out, as you say, yeah. When we were coming towards the end of the race, it looked like he was going to have a great fight with Timidowski and Beartooth towards the end, but unfortunately, as you say, his connection did drop out. We're just seeing there, G. A hell of a lap there from Nicky. He's put it... Oh, he spins out through the S's. But I was just saying there, Nicky has put it up into P3, only 0.8 of a second off of the pole time. That is incredibly impressive lap there from him.
Once
See what
again,
Twamby...
as soon as we flick the camera to him, he's fun. I think tonight's a bit of a...
It's the cameraman curse.
Yeah.
It's an absolute horror at the moment. But we're currently watching Twamby Hill, who's sat in P5 at the moment. It's qualifying session. He has got a bit of traffic in front of him. I think that might be the Flying Dutchman, actually. No, it isn't. It's his teammate. So Twamby Hill might struggle a little bit to get a faster lap time. Oh, pardon me. As we see, I think that was that bar getting all sorts of out of shape? No, it wasn't.
Just wanted a black car.
Yeah, we'll have to figure out. Obviously, this being the first race, we're not 100% on who is in what livery at this point. We will get better and better at this as the season progresses. I'm absolutely certain of that. So we're currently watching Twamby Hill now coming out onto a flying lap. So now's the opportunity to see what Twamby Hill is really capable of. We didn't really get to see the full extent of his ability yesterday evening, as previously mentioned, due to a few variables. But nevertheless, it looks like he might be potentially running into a bit of traffic here as he comes down this long straight up towards the hairpin. Ugbal has put it P4. He's 1.2 seconds off the lead pace. We're just hearing some reports coming in. We just want to say a big thank you to all of the 17 people watching us live on the YouTube stream. And if you like what you see, guys, then make sure that you hit that subscribe button. If you're watching live on Facebook, then be sure to click the link to the YouTube stream just above the video, and you can get involved on the YouTube channel. Also, if you have a PlayStation 4 and you enjoy sim racing, then by all means feel free to join our Discord server. If you go to our YouTube homepage, click the icon in the top right hand corner. It will give you your ticket to some of the cleanest, fastest sim racing on the PlayStation 4 platform. Looks like Ben Parkey's gone even quicker, G. What a phenomenal lap there from him.
I'm not sure if Richie's going to be
seconds.
able to match that pace. He's P7 right now, which isn't expected from him.
Yeah, I don't know. I think we're definitely going to see some quicker lap times coming in from Rich. I'm sure we haven't seen the full extent of his pace so far. We'll certainly be hoping to see a massive improvement towards the end of this session, as we see he's just coming into the second section of the stadium now, and staying off that curve on the left hand side, being as cautious as you can. Richie's actually quite unique of these drivers here in the LMP2 Championship, because he does actually race on the pad. He uses the DualShock 4. He's never had a wheel. You wouldn't think so by his pace, but you certainly would think so if you rode on board with him, because you can see his steering inputs are extremely twitchy as he comes out.
Wide there in the background.
Yeah, absolutely. As we see Rich coming over the line, he goes P6. He's currently not able to get it in at the sharp end. We'll have to keep an eye and see how he gets on as this session goes on.
He's the last minute driver though, so he hasn't had any practice tonight.
Yeah, well pointed out there, G, and that will obviously have an effect. Looks like Upar, the reigning champion of the LMP2 division, has brought it into the pits, as we see Mace Gamer just flooring the throttle there as he comes out of his pit garage. My headphones did just fall off there. I do apologise for the slightly shaky sound that you would have heard there. But Mace Gamer is just coming towards turn 2 now. Let's see if he can get around in time to get another lap time on the board and maybe give Ben Parkey some trouble here at the end of this qualifying session. Nicky has gone P4 with that last lap. It looks like Twamby Hill has pitted. He's going to be starting P5 in this one unless anybody else lower down the order puts in an absolute stonker of a lap at the end of the session. Let's see what Nicky can do here as he comes into the second part of the stadium section now. He's got 3 corners left to go. Here comes Nicky as he comes into the penultimate corner now, staying off that curve. A little bit actually got onto it quite a bit there, managed to ride it very nicely. Nicky coming over the line now, currently P4 in this session, and stays P4 at the moment, can't improve. He's going to get one more run for a tilt at maybe getting it on the front row, or possibly even pole position if he can find 2.5 seconds. It's going to be a hell of a job though. Maze Gamer just coming towards the end of his out lap, so he's warming up those tyres, trying to get some heat into those brakes. You can see there, putting absolutely everything into getting that car ready for a real tilt at pole position. He's got 1.7 seconds to try and make up though. It's almost insurmountable. Twambury Hill is out there at the moment, but I think he's going to fall short on getting round in time. Oh, it's going to be close, you know. 30 seconds left on the clock. Oh, it's going to be closest to whether or not Twambury Hill gets round in time to start another lap. Let's just see if he does it. Come on, Twambury, you can get round. Come on, you can do it. Oh, 17 seconds left to go here in this session. Is he going to get around to start another flying lap? 10, 9,
I think
8. He is going to do it. He's just about. Yeah, Twambury Hill is going to get over the line to start a flying lap here. Got to appreciate the hustle there. As you see, Richie looks like he's out there at the moment. He's just coming towards the end of his flying lap. Currently down in 6th place at the moment. Shocking to see Richie so far down the field. He's usually up in 1st or 2nd. Here he comes through the final sector now. Our French driver and former runner-up in the LMP2s a couple of seasons ago. Yeah, absolutely. As we see him throwing it out of the last corner. Is he on a valid lap time? If he is, where is it going to put him? He can't improve. Stays P6. Unbelievable. Richie down in 6th. Shocking, to say the least. Twambury Hill just coming out of the hairpin now. Looks like Maze Gamer's also out there. Maze Gamer's just coming towards the end of the lap now. Coming out of the stadium section. Let's see if he can do anything about Ben Parkey. Into the last corner now. Brilliant turn in there. So sharp at these LMP2 cars when you get onto the throttle as you turn them in. As we see Maze Gamer coming over the line, and he goes faster, but not enough. Only a 10th quicker. Ben Parkey has set a resounding pole position time tonight. Hotback coming over the line now. Let's see if he can improve. Currently P10. Hotback on his debut here at Motive Racing. He moves up to 9th. Displaces X-Mart at the end of the session there. It looks like Twambury Hill bailed out of his lap time. So that is going to be that for the session. Ben Parkey starting this one on pole. We've got Maze Gamer lining it up alongside him on the front row. We've got the reigning champion of our LMP2s and lead coordinator and admin at Motive Racing here, Ugbar, the Flying Dutchman, lining up behind those two. We've got Nicky in 4th, Twambury Hill and Richie occupying the 3rd row.
We've got Fury's granddad here in the comments saying, "Go Fury."
Yeah, Fury definitely. Well, he's down in P11 for this one, but I'm sure we'll be expecting him to come back through the pack. Also, hello to Fury's granddad. Good to have you watching us on the stream, and hopefully Fury can make some positions up on this first lap. We know he's always very good on the opening lap of races. That's the opportunity where you can really gain all the time that you lose in qualifying if you do have a poor run in qualifying. But yeah, currently P11 on the grid. There he is, Fury CBK. Racing the GT3s earlier on. I'm sure he's going to be wanting to bounce back after the GT3s. Just everything seemed to go wrong for him, and every time we switched to watch him on the stream, it seemed like he ran into problems. So we're going to try and let him make his way back through out of the spotlight in this one, I think, G.
Yeah.
That's maybe, but no. Obviously, I'm sure that Fury is going to be making some gains here on this first lap. He always has a promising start to the race, but Ben Parkey showed these guys how it's done here at the front of the field, and I'm sure he's going to be wanting to get away nicely. Maze Gamer might sense this as his only opportunity to get the lead, obviously, because Ben Parkey's pace in qualifying has been so superior to the rest of the field. But nevertheless, we're moments away here from the start, ladies and gentlemen, and if you enjoy what you see live on the Motor Racing channel, then be sure to subscribe. Also hit the like button on this video, as it really helps us. And if you want to get involved, then be sure to visit our Discord server. You go to our YouTube homepage and click the icon in the top right hand corner. That will show you the way. Looks like we've got 10 seconds left on the clock. There we go, so everybody's ready up in time, and now we are almost about to go racing here at Hockenheim GP for the first round of the LMP2 Championship here at Motive Racing. And it looks like we're underway. It's a good start there from pole from Ben Parkey. Mace Gamer gets quite a good getaway as well, though. Looks towards the inside, coming towards turn one. Is Mace Gamer going to have to lead? It looks like we're going side by side, and Ben Parkey just about managed to hold it off. You see in the background there, Twanbury Hill making a great start, but he's gone very, very wide. He will have to return his position. We've got somebody spinning off in the background there. Who is that? That's Camber there, off onto almost into the wall there, coming through turn one. But Ben Parkey managed to hold it to lose. Twanbury Hill spun it. Twanbury Hill loses the car, coming through the S's onto the grass. Just manages to regain composure and get it back in the straight, pointing in the right direction again. But we've got a couple of guys spinning the cars in the background there. Who is that? That is Fury there, getting sideways. Also Hot Pack, Robert Dornbos and Camber all caught up in issues very early on there, G.
Yeah, unlucky for Trambury there. Just losing.
We see Ogbar up the inside into P3. But yeah, absolutely. We see Ogbar and Rachidas both making moves there. Ogbar up into P3. It looks like Rachidas in the end managed to get ahead of Nicky there. Incredible there. Those two were so close as they came through that corner. We can see there Nicky just trying to hound the back of Rachidas here, trying to get back up into fourth. You saw Rachidas making a move there. Oh, Nicky tags Rachidas in the back. You can see there Nicky also gets clouted by DJ Phil as he came around. No, it wasn't DJ Phil, it was Richie. So Richie there gave him a bit of a whack as he was trying to go by. But yeah, unfortunately there for Nicky. He's seemed to have a promising start to the race, but unfortunately the first lap couldn't end too well for him. But Ogbar, the Flying Dutchman, has got himself into third. He's got Rachidas all over his rear as they come round towards the end of the first lap. But Ben Parkey has managed to pull out quite a sizable gap here at the front. You can see the margin there, 3.3 seconds at the front to Maze Gamer. And Ogbar getting very out of shape there going through the last corner. Rachidas now surely going to pick up the position. Yes, he is. He's up into third. X-Mart still sat fifth. It looks like DJ Phil is trying to hold off Richie at the moment. This is out of the 6th and 7th. Nicky, Fury, Camber. It looks like, yeah, Twanbury Hill is into the pits. Must be damage on that car or something. Oh no, that is really unfortunate there for him. Hopefully we'll be seeing some absolutely blinding lap times as this session goes on, but that is a real shame for Twanbury Hill into the pits at the end of lap 1. Back with the race leader. Looks like Maze Gamer keeping the gap to Ben Parkey pretty honest. It was 3 seconds coming over the line. It's still 3 seconds at the end of the first sector. So hopefully Maze Gamer gives Ben a hell of a run for his money, but we've got a battle going on between 3, 3 and 4 at the moment. Ogbar and Rachidas still separated by hardly anything. Rachidas put his lights on, letting Ogbar know that he wants that position. We've got a train of cars here as well. We've got Richie, DJ, Phil, Fury and Nicky. Sorry, Duke.
I wonder if there's going to be any team orders between Ogbar and Rachidas.
Well, at the moment it looks like they're quite evenly matched. We saw Rachidas making a move at the start of the lap. Ogbar then returned the favour into the hairpin. It looks like he's currently holding on to him, but again, you know, it kind of swings and roundabouts at the moment. As we see, oh, X-Mart's into the wall! Unbelievable stuff there. It looks like he's lost the car as he came into the third to last corner. You can see there, you've got DJ Phil trying to go on the outside. It looks like somebody else has spun it as well. Fury onto the infield, onto the grass. Oh my goodness. Lots of guys are struggling at the moment with the full tanks here in these LMP2s. They can be a bit of a handful, and lots of these guys are finding out the hard way at the moment. As it looks like X-Mart has come into the pits for his mandatory. Not his mandatory, because it's the sprint race, so X-Mart coming in. An unscheduled Fury. Stop for him. Likewise Fury as well. Oh no.
That's repair damage.
Yeah, both those guys coming in to make a pit stop. Hopefully they can... obviously now there are a lot of guys who are coming into the pits for damage repairs, so these guys aren't alone. You know, if they keep on going at it, they'll find themselves in the thick of the battle later on. So these guys, Fury, X-Mart and Hot Pack as well. Hot Packs are coming in. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it just looked like a lot of the guys are getting massively compromised here in this sprint race. It's really unfortunate to see. It looks like X-Mart having some lengthy repairs there as well, G.
Yeah, it looks like Ogbar's closed the gap to Maze Gamer here.
Oh yeah, and Rachidas is also right behind him. So this is a three-way battle for P2. Maze Gamer was closing the gap to Ben Parkey at the front. But it looks like some of that work has been undone due to a mistake, presumably, on this lap. He's got the Flying Dutchman and Rachidas very hot on his heels here at the moment. They were lapping, or Maze Gamer was lapping a lot quicker than these two just before this happened though. So, well, he's definitely got the pace and the over these guys, but whether or not he's got the consistency, as we saw, mistakes are starting to creep into this one. Ogbar still managing to hold off Rachidas just about, but it's incredibly close. Richie now he's in some clear air, seems to be closing in on these guys though. Ugbar and Ratchidas, these guys are going to have to watch out. They're going to have to be careful when fighting each other. Certainly our French driver seems to be on a mission here in this race after a tricky start. Also got a battle here coming down towards turn 2. DJ4 going a little bit defensive. Looks like there's no way around for Camber to get past at this point. That's the tucking behind, but he might have a chance here coming out onto long straight up towards the hairpin. Could Cam possibly go for a late braking manoeuvre? I think he's a bit too far back, but you never know in these LMP2s. Up towards the hairpin now.
Rich has closed the gap massively.
Oh yeah, he's all over the back of them all of a sudden. Richie absolutely flying at this point. Right on board with him and see what he's seeing. As you can see there, just in, actually no, let's go off of that view because it's horrible when someone's on a dual shock. But Richie's now very close to the back of Ratchidas. Oh, very wide onto the gravel. So Ratchidas there losing time to the back of Ugbar. Ugbar does appear to be continuing to pressure Maze Gamer at this point. Maze Gamer was so much quicker in the opening phase of the race, but now that he's got to worry about Ugbar being right behind him, it's definitely affecting his pace. Keep an eye on the split times on the left hand corner. You see them coming over the line. It looks like Maze Gamer had an absolute mare last time around, lost 5 seconds through the race leader Ben Parkey as Ugbar gets all over the curb there coming out of the exit of turn 1, but keeping it pointing in the right direction still. These guys are coming up on some traffic. That looks like it might be X-Mart there. Oh no, it's X-Mart I think, yeah. Either X-Mart or Hotpack. Oh, hold on, it's X-Mart, yeah. So X-Mart here, just ahead of these guys coming into the hairpin. He's going to have to be careful. You see Ugbar having a little look to the inside there of Maze Gamer. That thinks better of it, can't quite pull it off at the moment. These guys having a great battle, and in the meantime you can also see Richie is very close to Ratchidas now as well. So second, third, fourth and fifth, you can see here the 4-car trade. Oh, it's Maze get it. Oh, bit of contact there between Maze Gamer and Ugbar. Ugbar ends up in the gravel. The reigning champion of the LMP2s finds himself facing the wrong way. Oh, this is a disaster here for our lead coordinator. He finds himself down in 6th place. He's going to be dropping back into the clutches of Phil and Camber in a moment, but he was running so well. He had a chance of picking up P2 there on the track, but it's all gone up in smoke here. That's absolutely devastating there for the Flying Dutchman. Still not too far behind those guys. Only dropped 7 seconds, so he will be able to claw that back. But it's just a case of keeping his head in the game now and keep plugging away. He might be able to close that gap. Maze Gamer still fending off Richie. Richie up into 3rd.
Now Nicky's into the mix as well.
Yeah, Nicky's all right onto the back of these guys as well. My goodness, I feel for Ugbar, I really do. He's had all the worst luck. He obviously had a collision in the GT3s. The races didn't go so well, and already in the LMP2s, he started to unravel a little bit. Obviously, we've got a feature race coming after this, and we've still got over half of this sprint race left to go, so he's got time to get onto them if he can. Always we see Richie getting all over the curb on the entry to the hairpin. Just about keeps it together though.
Isn't too far back though. It's here just in the background there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Those 4 continue to battle. Ugbar will close in pretty quickly.
Oh yeah, absolutely, and he's in striking distance if any of them have an incident or end up in the wall or spinning, stuff like that. You know, I reckon a podium is definitely on the cards for Ugbar still. It's definitely not, the dream for the podium is still not over. As we're currently watching Richie here is still trying to find a way around Maze Gamer, but he can't quite do it. Maze Gamer has had his mirrors full for the last few laps. He was chasing down the race leader Ben Parkey for the first couple of laps, and then an incident caused him to drop back into the clutches of these guys. I think he must have damage, Maze Gamer, because his pace in qualify was amazing, but it seems like in the race it's kind of dropped off a bit. I'm not sure exactly what's happened to it for that to occur, but yeah, his pace definitely a little bit wanting at this point.
Nicky's got back into the clutches of Ugbar now.
Oh yes, he has indeed. Nicky's had a moment there, and it looks like Ugbar now in striking distance. You can see there somebody coming out of the pits. I think that's the back marker there. Who's that? That's Hot Pack there coming out. No, it's DJ Phil coming out of the pits there. He's going to have to be careful, but currently, yeah, this battle looking pretty hot at the moment. Nicky's still with about a second back to Woodbar, but here we go. We got action at the front here. P2, Ricky up the inside there, coming into the hairpin. Looks like he's got to move on Mace Gamer. Mace Gamer is going to get a brilliant exit there out of the hairpin and manage to hold on to the position. Very well timed on the accelerator pedal there from Mace Gamer. Just managed to get the move very, very nicely. Richie. No, I got a call. I'm going to have to delete Messenger while the stream's going. Because every time I get a call, it just... I've had to delete Facebook Messenger. So, still got Maze Gamer still holding on to this position just ahead of Richie, but we saw unbelievable move there from Maze Gamer. Was very, very clever about how he did it. Richie made the move up the inside, but he managed to get a brilliant exit. Currently watching these guys behind. Looks like Rachidas as just ahead here of Nicky. Nicky looks like he's facing heavy pressure now from the Flying Dutchman.
Like, so far, this is one of the best LMP2 races I've seen.
Yeah, these guys. Yeah, it's really impressive at the moment, to be fair.
A lot of competition this season.
Omar goes up to the inside, coming into the hairpin. Oh, bit of a knock in the back there from Richie as he tries to... Oh, no! It looks like Nicky's there just ran into the back of Ugbar. Oh, my God. Ugbar can't catch a break here in this one. He really can't. He's having the most torrid of evenings. He just keeps getting caught up in incidents. And... I don't know, it's difficult.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hopefully he can get vengeance in the feature race.
Yeah, well, let's be careful about how we say that, because obviously G doesn't mean that he's going to be taking Nicky out. No, absolutely not. He's not going to be like, right, Nicky, I'm going to... No, no, nothing like that, but obviously Ugbar's going to be wanting to come... Oh, no! Oh no, I don't know what to say.
I think he might have damage.
Oh, he's going to need to come into the pit, surely. Flying Dutchman driving a very wounded car. No, he's going to try and stick it out. Oh no.
Not sure who's in front, Maze Gamer or Richie, because on the timing board it says Richie's third.
Yeah, it does appear that there's a bit of lag going on the timing board, but Richie's still unable to get past Maze Gamer at the moment. These guys are batting over P2. In the meantime, Ben Parkey has absolutely run off into the distance here with the race lead. Unbelievable pace so far from him, showing no signs whatsoever of letting up. It looks like Richie at the moment is still unable to get this move on Maze Gamer at the moment. Just keeping the pressure on. Hopefully he might be able to challenge coming into the braking zone, maybe in the hairpin next time around. Bit of a lock up there from Richie. Must be frustrated behind Maze Gamer. But to be fair, I think Maze Gamer must have damage based on the qualifying performance that we saw from here. He's definitely running on very, very inferior pace to what we saw earlier on. He was keeping with the race leader Ben Parkey up until he had his incident. Oh, Maze Gamer going very aggressive there on the defence. That's very, very... That's quite a dirty move there from Maze Gamer, I've got to say. Richie had to get out of it and staying defensive, but surely Richie will be putting a steward's inquiry in about that, because that was... Well, I don't know what you made of that, G, but it looked like it was a bit too aggressive as Richie makes his way through and up into P2. Well, anyway, Richie is going to have to defend from Mace Gamer now as they come up towards the hairpin. Richie leaves the door open. Mace Gamer goes to the inside here, onto the brakes. It looks like he's got him, but Richie executes the undercut absolutely brilliantly and gets him out of the corner. Mace Gamer did the same thing to him a couple of laps ago, and Richie looks like he now has that P2 spot. Looks like these guys look pretty close together. Actually, we've got Fury all over the back here of Hot Pack. This is for P11 at the moment. Can Fury go for a move here, coming up into 10th? He goes very, very late on the brakes. Fury alongside. Oh, Hot Pack trying to hire out the outside. Looks like Hot Pack just about managed to hold into position, but Fury looking very, very hot on his heels. As these guys come out onto the back straight towards the hairpin, you can see Fury definitely in the slipstream here as he comes towards the corner, but I think he might be a bit too far back to go for a lunge, coming up towards the hairpin. At the moment, Hot Pack holding on to P11 by the skin of his teeth.
What's happened there to Maze Gamer? That wasn't around.
Yeah, mate.
Gotta do something quickly.
Maze Gamer, he got overtaken by Rich coming to the hairpin, and he's now lost the position to Ratchidas as well. Didn't see that.
Yeah, he doesn't have a rear wing.
That guy's definitely ailing at this point. He's in all sorts of problems. It probably would have been better off pitting earlier on, but obviously didn't know how much damage he would have attained by this point, and there's no point in coming in now with only 3 laps left to go. He's just going to hang it out and keep at it, but he's being passed by Nicky here.
He's really not going to have any downforce on that car.
Yeah, Nicky up into 4th place here, so that is, you can see they're weaving from side
all
to
over
side.
the place, yeah, struggling to contain that car.
Just for the sake of his own comfort, I would come in to the pits at the end of this lap so he can drive the last 2 laps with a semi-drivable car, because at this point that must be so frustrating for him. He must be struggling to keep a hold of it. He's currently got 6 seconds back to Tranbury Hill, 13 seconds to Woodbar.
Definitely going to lose some time.
Yeah, if he stays out, he's going to lose those places to Tranbury and Woodbar no matter what. If he comes in, he's going to come out in 7th place with a pretty decent car still under him. So if in my opinion, Mace Gamer would be silly not to come into the pits now at this point, because obviously he won't lose a spot to Camber if he comes in, and he's going to lose those places to Swanbury and Ugbar no matter what, you know, with the car in the state that it's in at the moment. Currently we can see Hot Pack, and that looks like it's
Nicky, I think.
Is that one of the leaders? Yeah, that's Nicky there making the move. No, it's not Nicky.
No, it's not.
It's not sure. Oh, it's Ben Parkey, the race leader.
Ah.
Yeah, Ben Parkey at the moment. Having an absolute field day out the front. Got the pole position time by some considerable margin ahead of Mace Gamer. And Mace Gamer's had a tricky race. Ended up with some damage earlier on in the race, which has put paid to his possibility of maybe finishing up there and in amongst it, which is a shame for him. But Ben Parkey's driven flawlessly so far tonight.
Lost position to Tranbury here.
Yeah, and he'll lose the position. Pardon me, he will lose the position to Ugbar as well, because he is dropping back 5 seconds to the Flying Dutchman in behind him. The question is whether Maze Gamers, I mean, he should be alright to Camber, 40 seconds behind him.
Yeah, he is 10 seconds off the pace though. So unless he makes a massive mistake, I think he should secure 7th.
Well, I said earlier on, he'd be better off pitting, because he would have lost the position to Tranbury and Ugbar anyway. Ugbar's coming up on him. He would have been better off coming into the pits, enjoying his last couple of laps rather than struggling around in a wounded car. But obviously it's it's all well and good saying it now, but
yeah, you don't know how long that pit stop's going to take. He could lose. That car could be heavily damaged. He could lose his position to Camber.
Yeah, that's very true. It's a good point. 40 seconds isn't a safe margin with a damaged car. I take your point on that. Looks like Ugbar is going to come around and pick up that position with relative ease. The lack of a spoiler on that car is definitely going to be hindering him enormously as they come out onto the pit straight. It's going to be a sitting duck, surely. He's defending the position. What on earth are you doing, Maze Gamer? What on earth are you doing? A big crash coming into turn 1. We've got a yellow flag there. Ugbar's not going to be happy with that. What is he trying there, G?
I think that's going to be a penalty.
That's going to be a penalty there.
Yeah.
That's going to be a... that could be a possible 15-point penalty. You know, I'm being serious. That is quite a serious lack of judgment there from Mace Gamer. If I'm perfectly honest with you, you know, he had no right to defend that position. His car was so damaged compared to Ugbar.
Yeah, where's Ugbar now? Hopefully he doesn't lose the position to Camber.
He looks like he's given up. He's thrown in the towel. Yeah.
I think
who can blame him after that?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, there will be a definite penalty handed out to Mace Gamer for that. Now, I don't want to slag him off. We obviously know Mace Gamer's a clean racer. We saw him racing in the GT3s earlier. He's a good driver, but that was a serious lapse of judgment. Just putting that one out there. But we're currently riding with our race leader at the moment, Ben Parkey. He's got 37 seconds of a lead to Richie in P2. Does appear to be finding some sort of rhythm at this point. But obviously Richie.
The last lap.
Yeah, this is the last lap. Half a lap left to go here. Ben Parkey coming into the stadium section for the final time. You've got Maze Gamer there just ahead. A lap down. Careful. There we go. Right, so Ben Parkey there managing to navigate around Maze Gamer as he comes into the final part of the lap, the final two corners. What a drive it's been from Ben Parkey, G. Incredible stuff. Absolutely dominant here.
Yeah. No one's even yet able to get close to him.
No, in a world of his own tonight. Ben Parkey is your winner for round 1 of Motive Racing's LMP2 Championship here at the Hockenheimring. Mace Gamer, you see, finishing. I'm sure he will be absolutely delighted to see the checkered flag being waved.
I'd advise Ugbar to finish anyways. At least get a few points. Because you never know. That's if his car is drivable. I don't think it is.
Yeah, I think he's got terminal damage.
Yeah.
He's not retiring because he wants to pick up points. He should get classified, shouldn't he? I think. Oh no, he has retired. So Ugbar, the league coordinator and reigning champion of Motive Racing's LMP2 division, has the worst possible start to the season. He'll be hoping to make up for that in the feature race coming up. But Ben Parkey with the win. Richie second. Ratchidas just coming out of the last corner now to pick up P3. Brilliant job from Ratchidas actually. Got a bit of a massive shout out to him. Is that his first podium at the top level?
I think so, yeah.
So Ratchidas taking his first tier 1 podium here at Motive Racing. Really good congratulations to him. Schwanbury Hill comes around in P4. I think that is that for the runners on the lead lap. So it just goes to show the pace that Ben Parkey was setting in that race. He's lapped everyone up to P6. Well. I think there's going to be... It's going to take a lot for anyone to get close to him. Mace Gamer, we know he had the potential to take the fight to Ben Parkey. We saw him lapping in the low 1 minute 30s. Hopefully, Mace Gamer finishing outside the top 5, he'll be able to qualify. He'll be starting at the front for the feature race. So keep an eye on this, guys.
Mace Gamer has kindly apologised to Ugbar, though.
He has, yeah. I mean,
but still, that was
it was dodgy, but he had damage for the whole race, and you know, I understand. But he shouldn't have defended that position. There was no need. But regardless, Mace Gamer is finishing outside the top 5. He will get the opportunity to qualify. His pace was very, very strong over the course of the qualifying and the first part of the sprint race. So stay tuned. I'm sure that Richie as well was going to be there or thereabouts. So we'll see you guys in a minute for the feature race. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Hockenheim for our feature race qualifying session of the evening for the LMP2's round 1 here at Hockenheim. We saw an interesting race in the sprint race. It was dominated by Ben Parkey, who took a resounding victory by over 30 seconds. It was a brilliant drive, but further back in the pack we saw some brilliant action throughout the field, in fact, aside from the lead. And we know for a fact that Mays Gamer and Richie are definitely going to be more prepared for this feature race than they were for the sprint, so hopefully Ben won't have it all his own way in this one. We can all hope. But currently we're about to see what these guys who didn't finish in the top 5 in the sprint race are capable of in the feature. Just to fill you in, if you're... Oh, as we see Hot Pack there getting all over the place, warming those tyres up. Bit embarrassing. But yeah, like anyway, we're... So yeah, we're top 5 from the sprint race, not able to qualify for the feature race. It does mean that all the guys who finish at the sharp end will be having to fight their way back through the pack, and it's going to be extra challenging for all of them. So Richie, Ben Parkey, Nicky, Rachidas and Twambury Hill. As we've seen lots of guys here struggling to warm the tyres up. Maze Gamer there binning it into the wall. Seems like every time we watch someone, they crash, like we said earlier.
Yeah, tonight there's a big curse tonight. I don't know what it is.
It's really bad. I don't know what it is. Every time I flick to someone, they just crash.
Yeah, camera does seem to be lagging. Hopefully you can get that sorted out soon. I think it's just a ping issue.
Yeah, but on my screen he's fine.
Yeah, for others he's lagging as well. Oh god. I don't think we should be watching
He's
this.
fine on my screen. He's fine on my screen. He's literally fine on my end.
It's really odd. I don't know.
Oh my god, I'm watching it on the stream.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. It's odd.
Well, we're currently watching our new driver here, Robert Dornbos. What happened to him in the sprint? We'll have to have a look back later on and figure that out. But Robert Dornbos, the former F1 driver here, currently running through the final corner. See, oh, the car! And almost spun around there, just about managed to keep it pointing in the right direction. I think that was an outlap there for him. He looks like he's got the Flying Dutchman just behind him here at the moment. Currently coming up towards turn 2. It looks like Ubon might be getting slightly held up here. At this point, let's hope he doesn't get held up too much.
No,
this is contact. Again. Oh no. This keeps happening to Ubon. He's had the most torrid of days.
At least it's only qualifying though.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Let's just hope that he didn't have an absolute cracker of a first corner. Because if he did, then that would be quite frustrating for him. But yeah, Flying Dutchman has had a difficult week, a difficult night tonight. And I'm sure that the best way to round it off would be with a victory in the feature race. But yeah, it's just been absolute. Everything's gone wrong that could have gone wrong so far for our reigning LMP2 champion. The kickoff to his title defence really has been a total disaster. He's our lead coordinator here for the LMP2s as well, and an admin on our Discord server. There's a lot behind the scenes for us, and on the centre stage as well. And he's going to come around to the end of this lap. He's going to start another lap in just a few moments' time. Looks like Fury has put it on provisional pole here, though, G.
Oh wow!
That's a brilliant time from Fury. That at the top of the leaderboard.
I can't remember what they were lapping in the sprint race. I think that's pretty close to it.
Yeah, it is actually pretty close to what we saw earlier on from the leaders.
That was quicker than what Richie was doing as well.
Well, we could have a new contender here for the race win in this feature race. Fury CBK, bit of a dark horse for this one by the looks of it. Currently provisional pole, got 2 seconds of a margin to Camber P2. As we see Fury getting a little bit out of shape there, but He's showing everybody that he has got the potential to be fighting it out at the front of the field, doing a fantastic job here tonight. See if he can improve on his current provisional pole time. Looks like he can't, but obviously stays P1 for the time being. Fantastic job from this young lad tonight. As of some of his family watching, here we go, Fury's granddad in the comments section. Go Fury!
That's actually a very
a hell of a
quick
job
time
tonight.
from Fury.
Yeah,
I can't
he's doing a
believe he's put that
fantastic
out the
job.
bag.
Very, very impressive stuff here. I'll tell you that.
He's,
But
yeah, a bit of a flash of the lights there. I think he's learned from his mistakes in the sprint race. He's managed to put it all together.
Yeah, I think maybe that we've just seen there is probably the culmination of a lot of frustration today, because Fury was very, very unlucky in the GT3 races. He had damage in each of the races in the opening few laps. Ended up having to pit. Ended up a lap down in both. So this is probably all of his frustration and just building up in. Oh, yeah, Okbar goes fast. But I think it's probably the culmination of a lot of frustration from Fury tonight, all coming out, and he's ended up putting it all together and putting it on pole with a brilliant lap. But Okbar has toppled him.
I think
so the two guys that you see,
the same could be said about Okbar. A lot of frustration.
Absolutely.
Putting it all onto the track now. In terms
yeah,
of pace.
definitely. Yeah, these two have had the worst possible evening. Everything has gone wrong for each of them, and so this is probably their big chance to shine. And obviously with the feature race coming up, the faster guys starting at the back, it is a real opportunity to get a win in the bag. And when you consider the LMP2s, how fast they are, how tricky they are, and with performance impacting damage, plus a pit window, meaning that the guys who start at the back can't just pit on the first lap, it's going to be, I'd say, it's going to be a real chance for these guys, Okbar and Fury, to steal the march on their opponents and possibly even take a win, or at the very least the podium is on the cards. I'd say that for sure. As we see Okbar coming into the last turn now, let's see if he can improve on his current provisional pole time of a 1:30.820. Here he comes.
He has.
And he does.
That's a very quick.
Smashed it.
That is an incredible lap.
He's absolutely smashed it there. Okbar has pulled a rabbit out of the hat, but Maze Gamer's gone even quicker there. Maze Gamer, we were expecting that from him. He was second in the qualifying session from the sprint. I forgot that he was able to qualify for this one. So Maze Gamer, yeah, gee, it's looking set to be quite an interesting race now with these guys starting at the back. See what Fury can do. Currently P3 at the moment. See if he's got any more time in the bag as he comes through the final part of the stadium. Oh, he's gone off! Fury into the gravel there. Coming through the last corner, he'll be careful to make sure he doesn't get an invalid lap time as he comes through the last turn. Hopefully his next lap will be valid. He's got some traffic to contend with on it though. So this is his final lap of the session. Hopefully Fury can get it together. Oh, what is going to be a last chance saloon here. Camber pits from 4th. Looks like X-Mart's out there in 5th place at the moment. Got Hot Pack. Looks like Hot Pack's pulled off to the side of the road onto the runoff area, minus a rear wing as well. Let's see what DJ Phil can do. Currently P7 in this session. See if he can put it up in amongst it here. DJ Phil comes over the line. And he does. Puts it P6. Brilliant lap time there from Phil. He's going to get one more opportunity. See if he can maybe put it up into the top 5. He's only a 10th of a second off of X Mart's time. Maybe he could get it onto the second row up ahead of Camber. Possibly. You have to wait and see. Robert Dornbos, coach, coming into the last sector now. This is going to be his last time of the session. See if he can put something in the final knockings here. As he throws it through the last corner now and out onto the pit straight. What is it going to be for Robert? He goes P8 with that one. 1:36. Still a little way off the pole sitter's time. Maze Gamer's out there at the moment. Looks like X-Mart, the only one who can possibly topple Maze Gamer here at the top of the leaderboard. Let's see what X-Mart can do as he comes over the line. And he moves up to P4 with that one. Displaces Camber. Good stuff there from Xmart. What's it going to be for Maze Gamer here? As he now comes around the final part of the lap, he's going to try and rub salt in the wounds of the rest of these guys. Oh, he almost loses it. Very, very close to beating the car there. Surely he's going to retire to the pit box now. He's all safe. Nobody else can topple his time. They've all come into the pits. Looks like he's going to try and rub salt in the wounds and maybe instill some fear in Ben Parkey, Richie and co, who are going to be starting at the back. See what Mace Gamer can do as he comes through the last one. No, he lost it. Yeah. Snap oversteer there, and that's going to be that. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. So we are about to go lights out here for the feature race. We've got Maze Gamer doing a fantastic lap in the qualifying session. Now's his chance to take a win here tonight with the other faster guys such as Richie and Ben Parkey starting at the back. Ben Parkey took such a dominant win in the sprint race, but he's going to have to do it the hard way, and with performance impacting damage as well as a pit window, which means that these guys can't pit till lap 7, it's going to definitely throw an interesting element into the mix. It looks like we are underway here for the feature race. A good start there from pole from Maze Gamer. Gets away nicely. Looks like Ugbar's been passed by Fury on the outside coming towards turn 1. Ugbar and Xmart having a little bit of banging wheels there as it came through turn 1. But it looks like, Ugbar's been caught up again. There's another incident there. It looks like Ugbar into the wall there. Nicky as well.
Is that Fury?
Is that Nicky? No, it's Fury. Nicky, Ugbar and Fury coming together. The two guys who have had the worst luck possible today have come together once again. We've got Mace Gamer leading the field, Richie in second place. Looks like we've got a pink LMP2 car going into the wall. And somebody into the green car into the wall. Nicky into the wall. Looks like also Hot Pack went very, very wide there, coming out onto the straight as well. As we now go with our race leader, Mace Gamer's already got a gap to Richie. Richie up into P2. Oh, incredible after starting at the back. Well, Robert Dornbos makes a little move there up to the inside of the hairpin. Ahead of Richie. Ratchet's getting a bit of a bump up the back there. We've got Twambury Hill already up into P6. Camber running in 7th. Looks like he's just ahead here of Ugbar, the Flying Dutchman. Had a difficult start, ended up in the wall, but I think he might have got away without too much damage here by the looks of it. Well, I don't know, he's dropping a bit. He's dropping a bit of time.
Doesn't look Camber's still lagging all over the place.
Yeah, and obviously Camber's internet is renowned for being not the greatest. Oh, as we see there in the background, looks like we got. Was that? Who was that? There's Robert Dornbos there going out onto the gravel as they came into the stadium last part of the lap. So he's had a torrid first lap, finds himself 15 seconds off of the pace. Nicky 23 seconds off of the race leader, and Hotpack has had the worst possible start to this one. But in the meantime, Maze Gamer has had the perfect start. He's got 3.7 seconds to Richie already at the front of the field. Richie making the most of all that carnage that we saw on the first lap. He's got himself into second place, Exmart into third, Ratchidas, Twanbury Hill, Camber into sixth place. We got Ugbar trying to make amends after that horror show that we saw coming through the first corner where he came together with Fury off the line. Fury looks like he's retired from the race, G.
Oh, that's a
no.
really big disappointment, especially after starting, what was that, P3?
Yeah, he was really, really strong in the qualifying session. He was on provisional pole at one point, but unfortunately terminal damage to that car has meant that Fury has had to call it a night. That is a real shame. I'm sure he'll be back next time out, absolutely gunning for a better performance, but we're currently watching the battle at the moment between Ugbar and Ben Parkey. The race winner in the sprint race, Ben Parkey, dominated that one. He's got his hands full if he wants to repeat the feat in the feature though.
Nicky and Hotback already into the pits to repair damage.
Yeah, there is damage,
That's not going to serve them well because there is rain later on during this race. They're going to have to pit again, change tyres.
Oh my goodness, yeah, of course. So we are expecting a light drizzle towards the end of this one, I think. So it is going to be incredibly detrimental to those guys who come into an early pit stop because obviously, as you mentioned, they'll lose so much time changing tyres and obviously so much time fixing damage. Maze Gamer looking very, very good at the front in that regard. As we can currently see, we've got a battle going on here for third, fourth and fifth. Currently Exmart, Ratchidas and Twanbury Hill. Twanbury looks to the inside here of Ratchidas. Can he make the move? It looks like he has. Twanbury Hill is up into P4. He's still right behind Exmart here, currently in the slipstream as they come out onto the back straight towards the hairpin. It's so close between these three boys at the moment. Twanbury made the move on Ratchidas, but it looks like Ratchidas is going to try and return the favour as they come down towards the hairpin. Has a little look to the inside. Twanbury has to go defensive and goes very late on the brakes there towards the inside. Has a little look at Exmart. Exmart not letting him through, and we see almost Ratchidas there taking Twanbury Hill out as they get onto the accelerator. Twanbury just about holding on the inside there into people, but Ratchidas going for the move. Full out here, he's going to make the move. Oh no, Ratchidas runs into the back there of Exmart. Those two guys coming together. Twanbury Hill picks up the position. Twanbury will say thank you very much for that, but Exmart and Ratchidas there coming together, coming through the corner. It looks like they've now got Camber all over the back of them as well. That was a dodgy move, to say the least there, from Ratchidas though.
Yeah, I think it's just a little too late on the brakes there.
What's happened to Maze Gamer? Maze Gamer's had a crash. Or he's had a spin.
Doesn't look like he's had much damage, just a headlight out there.
Yeah, but where's that happened? Because, well, that could be it. You've got to remember, like, any damage in these LMP2s can be extremely detrimental.
He's fallen into the clutches of Twanbury Hill now.
Yeah, he's got 5 seconds up the road to Richie. But, I don't know, he lost 13 seconds on that last lap.
Yeah, it looks like he is suffering at that damage.
Yeah, and obviously with the rain forecast later on, it's going to be incredibly difficult for Maze Gamer to come back in this one. Twanbury looking to the inside. Maze Gamer going extremely defensive on the run towards the hairpin. He's got to be careful as Twanbury Hill has got at the moment a healthy car. For how much longer we don't know. As Maze Gamer goes down to the...
I think Camber's just hit Ratchidas there.
Oh, it was Camber. Oh no! Twanbury Hill and Maze Gamer have come together. There's a big incident there as they came into the braking zone. Maze Gamer, be careful!
Oh
no! Maze Gamer takes out. Oh, he's taken.
I think Maze Gamer's retired.
Exmart. No, he took Ben Parkey with him. He took out Ben Parkey as he was rejoining the track. Maze Gamer's going to get a.
Maze Gamer's fault. Yeah, that's 2 incidents in the same night.
20 points. It's going to be a disqualification, I think, from the event.
Yeah.
Wow. He had a really good run in the GT3s, but unfortunately the LMP2s have not been anywhere near on the same level. So Maze Gamer out of the race. It will be a disqualification from the sprint as well, because he's exceeded 20 points. So Ben Parkey coming into the pits to fix that damage, but obviously with the rain expected later on, it's going to derail his hopes of a double. Twanbury Hill also into the pits as well.
That's really unfortunate for them. That means
God.
Ugbar up into P5 now.
Yeah, fine Dutchman there, up in position. It means that obviously he's already. Did he come in on the first lap? I don't think he did. Did he? No, he didn't. He didn't fix his damage. Yeah, he's going to try and long it out until the rain comes. So it could play into his advantage later on. But Richie currently must be laughing out the front, honestly, because he's now got 11 seconds of a lead. He's got a sizable advantage to the guys who are on different strategies. So it's going to be probably just about Richie bringing it home now. He just needs to keep it going in the right direction and keep doing what he's doing. He's, as I say, got 11 seconds to ratchet now. So it looks like he's coming under pressure now from Camber. Camber all over the back of him.
You can see the rain starting to fall now. There's a bit of a drizzle there. Still not wet enough to pit. I think it's going to take about 4 or 5 laps for the rain to, or a bit less. But
well, in the LMP2s, the cut-off between dry and wet is usually a little bit earlier, due to obviously the nature of the cars being very, very easy to spin it. So I would say it'll be quick. It'll be quicker than you imagine. Honestly, it will. It will come around quickly. The time when they actually do have to come in to make that switch to dry. So we're currently seeing a bit of a flash of the lights there from Ratchidas. Looks like they're coming up on some leaders.
I think that's Twambury.
Might be. Is that Twambury Hill?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, unbelievable to see Twambury Hill struggling so much in this race. Wouldn't have expected it, but yeah, it's just been a difficult evening for Twambury and for a lot of the guys out there. Rugbar, Fury as well. Fury unfortunately retired from the race, so we had 2 retirements already. Yeah.
Twambury moving up the way there for the leaders.
Yeah, so we got 2 retirements from the race already, guys. That's Fury retired early on, and obviously Maze Gamer after that incident with Twambury Hill. So Twambury Hill sticking with it, staying out there on the track. Looks like Ugbar has come into the pits for the wet tyres, so he's taking a gamble. Nothing to lose at this point. If he can make an early change and try and gain maybe 5-10 seconds on the race leader, then I'm sure he's going to be game to give it a go. So I'll have to keep an eye on Ugbar's lap times. It looks like he's taking a while. Not sure if maybe there's there'll be some actual damage repairs as well as tyres, I would imagine, actually, thinking about it, so that'll explain the lengthy pit stop. But he's up and on his way here. Richie's extended his gap at the front to 13 seconds over Ratchidas at this point, who's still facing heavy pressure from Camber, but Camber at the moment unable to make that move. One thing that I never noticed before is that some of these LMP2s are actually 2-seaters. I thought they were single-seaters.
Oh. the open top one is definitely a 2-seater. Yeah.
We come on to the brakes into the hairpin. Because that one. Because
Camber's lagging everywhere.
The Nissan is a single-seater, but then you've got the one behind it. That's the double-seater. Oh, we see it. It's in the background.
It's Twambury and Ugbar here, I think.
Yeah, it looks like the Flying Dutchman there struggling to get past Twambury Hill. They had a little bit of a to-do as they were coming out of the hairpin.
They are fighting for position here, both on the same lap.
Yeah, thankfully not any major trouble for either of them, but that was very, very close to tears for those 2 boys. Very, very close indeed, but they get away with it. Oh, it's one goes wide. Yeah, onto the gravel. Giving the position back to Twambury Hill. Incredible stuff. As we go back to the battle here for P2, Camber and Ratchidas. Looks like Ratchidas is coming in.
Yeah, hit for wets.
Yeah, Camber taking a gamble though. Opting to stay out for another lap. It could pay off. It could end in tears. Richie seems to be
still on the slicks as well, yeah.
Yeah, he's making it work though. Lap times 1:31, dead last time around for Richie, so it's not affecting him too much.
It doesn't look too wet yet, although the rain's got heavy at this part of the track.
Yeah, it is absolutely. It's any moment now. The slick tyres are simply not going to work. It doesn't matter how you drive them. Once the rain gets to a certain point, it becomes undrivable. You're aquaplaning all over the place in these slick tyres. So the switch to the wets are needed. Obviously no intermediate tyres for these LMP2s. It will be a straight up switch to the fully grooved wet tyres, as we see Richie coming up on some traffic here. It looks like it might be DJ Phil. It is indeed DJ Phil. Very, very respectful once again, setting the example on how to get out of the way if you are in the unfortunate position of being lapped. Always very respectful, Phil. As we see the race leader diving into the pits. See if Camber opts to stay out, or what is he going to do this time around? I imagine surely the only option is going to be to pit at this point.
Yeah, Camber's into the pits now.
Yeah, there we go. Ratchet currently sat in P3. He's got 3 seconds back to the next car there. X-Mart, you can see, coming through the second part of the stadium section. Haven't really spoken too much about X-Mart. Joined in our off-season to our Discord, and he's due to be racing in the touring cars tomorrow night, actually. So looking forward to seeing him out on track in this one. Good to have him tonight as well in his LMP2s. He's had a good show so far. Currently P4 in this race, so he gets some excellent points for the racing that he's doing tonight. It seems to be dropping off the back of Ratchidas a little bit over the course of that last lap. I saw Ratchidas pulling out in the last part of that, but I think he might still be yet to come in to the pits, X-Mart. I'm not sure. He might still be yet to do his pit stop. As we can see there in the background, we've got Camber exiting the pits. Yep, coming out of the pits there in 4. So I think, well, Richie's basically got this one in the bag, hasn't he? He's got a 12-second gap to Ratchidas. These two, the front two, both having made their mandatory pit stops. So Richie looking very, very good here for the victory. Has already changed to the wet tyres, so he's in the box seat at this point.
What's happened to Ugbar? I think he's just spun the car.
Oh, what's happened to the fine Dutchman there?
Yeah, he overtook Robert there, then lost the place.
Oh, I'm not sure, because let's have a look at the split times and see what they are coming over the line.
That's
yeah,
really
I think
odd.
maybe might have been. Not sure, but anyway, so looks like Ugbar's actually closing it back onto the back of Robert here, despite losing the position. He's currently lapping in the 1:39s at the moment, so some decent times there from him. He's got Twanbury Hill, who looks like he is closing in 9th place at the moment. In fact, last time round, Twanbury Hill was the second. Oh no! Twanbury Hill loses the car.
Oh,
Gets
he's
too
just
much on the
reset
pedal.
there.
Oh no! He's
no.
done it again. Oh, he's reset again.
I think that's going to be
Oh no!
more points.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate there for Twanbury Hill. Gets it pointing in the right direction once again, but he's lost so much time there to Ugbar. He's now dropped to over 15 seconds behind him. That was Ratchidas there, putting a lap on each of those two. Currently, actually, do you know what, G? Ratchidas is lapping quicker than Richie.
Well, yeah, I'm not sure what's happened to Richie.
I mean, Richie pitted.
Oh yeah, he did.
But they've both pitted. Ratchidas and Richie have both been in, and Ratchidas is lapping a lot quicker at this point.
Maybe Richie's tyres haven't changed.
I don't think it's that. I think Ratchidas, he's lapping about a second lap quicker, I think. We'll see next time they come around. Oh, this Ratchidas goes a little bit onto the grass.
Just watching him as well.
Yeah, feeling the pressure, certainly. Ratchidas has got Twanbury Hill closing in on him, despite the fact that he's a lap down.
Yeah.
So this could potentially derail Ratchidas's.
Oh,
he looked like he lost it. Yeah, he just lost the car as he was coming into the last corner. Maybe pinged off the curb or something. Last lap, he lost a couple of seconds to Richie, but the one before that, he gained 2 seconds on him. So I don't know. Ratchidas needs to kind of start putting some consistent times together, and he might have a chance here. But he's got 14 seconds to make up on Richie, who is in imperious form tonight so far, has absolutely driven away in this one. Got Canvas at P3 at the moment. He's just coming up on Twanbury Hill, who's a lap down. We've got X-Mark currently at P4. At Ben Parkey, the dominant winner in our sprint race, having a bit of a mare. Oh, as he loses
as soon as we flip the camera onto him as well.
Yeah, it's just the commentator's curse tonight is unreal. I don't know what it is, but it just seems to be as soon as we flick to someone. I mean, most people don't even listen to the streams, so they must have it on in the background and be able to see it.
Not sure if Ben Parkey's on wet flare. Doesn't seem to be able to control the car, unless he's got damage, of course.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it could be the. It could be on. Oh no, I don't know. I don't know. It's a difficult one.
Times because he's doing the 1:47 that time.
Yeah, it definitely would appear to be slick tyres. He doesn't seem to have too much damage on that car. I'm not sure.
T2.
Yeah, Ratchet just seems to have run into a lot of problems so far on this lap. I wonder if there are some guys staying out on slicks, possibly.
I don't think it would be wise. Yeah, I think Ratchet just is back into the pits for. Maybe he wasn't.
Maybe he stayed on the stick. Yeah. Maybe he stayed on the slicks. Yeah, possibly taking a gamble there. Not sure, but. Definitely hasn't paid off. Maybe he did stay on the sticks. Maybe that's why his pace was really, really good up to a point. Not really sure, but currently Richie sat in the perfect position here in this one. He's currently, as we say that, going a little bit wide there, G.
As soon as we flick to someone, once again.
I know. I don't know what's going on tonight, but every time we flick to somebody here on the Motive Racing channel, it seems like they suddenly get a panic attack of some kind and end up, I don't know, losing control of the car. But currently Richie coming into the final section of the lap. He's got 18 seconds still to camber at the front, so he should, touch wood, be alright for the time being, but you just never know. So he's coming round to lap Ben Parkey, and Ben Parkey dives into the pits. So obviously those slick tyres, the gamble to stay out on those is not really paying off, and a lot of these guys are coming in for wet tyres at this point. Looks like it's undrivable out there for those guys. As we see there, we've also got Robert Dornbos coming into the pit lane as well, G. So it looks like he maybe tried to stay out on the slick tyres and it hasn't really worked out for him.
Yeah, I think these drivers have left it a bit too late.
Yeah, absolutely. You're currently seeing Ogbar here coming down towards the end of the start finish straight. He's currently at P5 at the moment here in this session. I think he has made the change to the wet tyres, so he should have a bit of an advantage over those guys up ahead of him. I think he's closing. As we see X marks into the wall on the exit of the hairpin. He's binned it. It looks like he might have had an incident with Ratchidas, because Ratchidas seems to be all over the place as well. What is going on?
Ross, that rear wing is going to have no downforce in the wet now.
Yeah, he's going to have to nurse that car around to the pits. So the Flying Dutchman could be on for a podium position here tonight if he can keep his car pointing in the right direction. Looks like he's on the wet tyres as well. Oh my goodness me. What a race this has been. What a race. Currently Richie with the best of it, currently got 13 seconds of a gap to Camber. Actually, interestingly, G, Camber's closing that gap to Richie.
Yeah.
3 seconds on that previous lap, as we see a couple of retirements there. I'm not sure if that was a disconnection, a mass disconnection.
Could we have
but Richie's into the pits. Richie's in the pits, maybe damage. Oh my goodness.
Could we have a new race winner here?
I don't know. I mean, Camber's on the wets. Oh, I don't know if the track's going to dry out at the end of the session, though.
I don't think it will. I think it's going to stay wet.
Is the rain forecast to stop, though?
I don't think so.
Well, I think Camber must be in a prime position for the race victory tonight. Richie seemed to have everything under control, but he must have put it into the wall or something we didn't see on the stream, and he's had to make some damage repairs. There he goes on to his way, the Frenchman, coming towards the end of the pit lane. So Camber now could be on for his first victory tonight here at Motive Racing. If he can just keep it on the road.
Yeah.
All the pressure is on our Belgian driver.
New master of the wet.
Yeah, absolutely.
LMP2 class, yeah.
Yeah, and Richie's still struggling to. Well, I thought he was coming out of the pits, but that can't have been Richie, because Richie still sat in the pit box. Looks like he should be safe to Ugbar in third, but he's definitely making some very, very lengthy repairs on that car. Running into a lot of issues at the moment. So you see somebody following him into the pits. So it looks like the X mark there coming into the box.
What's happened to X-Mark?
Wait, it's X-Mark's retired from the race.
I don't think his pit crew changes tyres.
Yeah, a lot of these guys are running into problems. We might have to possibly scrap the changeable conditions, because it does look like there is a bug amongst these lobbies. I'm not sure what it is. I know I've heard of it before, but I thought we'd figured out a way around it, but it appears that
I think
maybe it still remains.
In your pit strategy, you can't set your tyres to automatic by weather or recommended, otherwise it won't change them. You have to set it to a specific tyre and possibly change the tyre pressures as well, just so it's confirmed.
Yeah, you can't do recommended. I remember that. I don't know, but yeah, it just looks like a lot of guys are struggling to get those tyres changed. And obviously, heavy rain falling now, it's going to be virtually undrivable in the slick tyres. You really need to be on the wet, especially in these cars. It's just going to be an absolute nightmare otherwise. Yeah, incredible developments, but it looks like they feel pretty strung out at this point. I want to take this opportunity to thank everybody who's watching us live on the YouTube stream, and if you want to get involved here at Motive Racing, and be sure to join our Discord server. If you're watching on YouTube, then go to the YouTube homepage, click the icon in the top right hand corner, and it will take you to our Discord server. You can become a part of the action that you see live in front of you at this very moment. And if you're watching on Facebook, then be sure to click the link above this video, which will take you to the YouTube stream, because that's where all of our stuff goes down. That's our main hub for our streams. Make sure you check that out, and subscribe if you enjoy it. Like this video, because it really helps us a lot. And as I say, definitely well worth joining here at Motive Racing. Lots of clean racing throughout the week, and a dedicated team of commentators who are always willing to shine this league in the best possible light. Currently watching our race leader Camber. He's got 50 seconds back to Richie. All he needs to do is just bring it home. Richie now lapping quicker on fresh tyres, but he's 49 seconds behind. Camber looking very, very good for his first win here at Motive Racing. If he can just keep it on the track and out of the barriers, be phenomenal if our Belgian driver can take his first win here. See Richie there making his way past some back marker there. Looks like it might be Robert Dornbos. Yes, it is indeed. Robert Dornbos getting well out of the way, making sure he doesn't hold him up. So we've got a battle behind this guy. These guys. It looks like that's DJ Phil in 7th, who's just lapped Hot Pack in 8th. And in the meantime, currently Twanbury Hill occupying that final podium spot. Ugbar, though, does appear to be appearing on the horizon, possibly bringing himself into the mix for this 3rd place.
Cranberry's lost the car.
Gifted the oh my goodness me, it's gifted the position back to Ugbar here. He finds himself in a podium spot, and also you got Ratchidas appearing in the background now as well. Possibly he could sense a podium here. Ratchidas was running at the front earlier on in the race. He had a good chance of taking the win, but unfortunately it all went up in smoke. But he's definitely there or thereabouts, and potentially could be playing himself into this one in a few moments' time.
Yeah, Ugbar can take a podium in this race. Hopefully he does after his mishap in the sprint race.
It would be absolutely brilliant if we see the Flying Dutchman taking 3rd place here with the week, with the afternoon and evening that he's had here at MR. It's been absolutely torrid. But yeah, it'd be well deserved. Ugbar, reigning champion of the LMP2s here. But he has got a bit of damage on the front of that car, G. Looks like he's taken a hefty whack at some point. Twanbury Hill looks like he's got a pretty much healthy car at the moment, so Ugbar could be a sitting duck in a few moments' time, definitely. Not looking good. Oh, there we go. Twanbury Hill looks to the outside. Looks like there's no way out. Ugbar goes straight on.
What happened
there? Yeah, it looks like he's got no downforce.
Yeah, no downforce.
Possibly a puddle, because obviously if you hit a puddle with no downforce, then it's just going to shoot you off. And Ugbar, unfortunately, there, just a passenger in that car. He's going to need to come into repairs, otherwise he's going to be losing unbelievable amounts of time.
Unless Cranberry and Ratchidas keep at it, I could still have a chance for podium here.
Yeah, I mean, it could possibly, but I think the damage is just going to completely stop that. I think he's got too much damage on that car to even have a hope of. Well, I just don't think he's got the pace. The car's just too messed up. But Twanbury and Ratchidas do appear to still be battling this one out. Twanbury Hill currently holding the inside, trying to everything he can to keep ahead of Ratchidas, but Ratchidas really hunting this podium finish here tonight. He wants it. He's going to give it absolutely everything to get it. Richie with fresh wet tyres is lapping 3 seconds a lap faster than Camber, but he's too far behind. 42 seconds separates 1st and 2nd at this point. We're going to stick with this battle for P3 and 4 though. Twanbury Hill currently clinging on to a podium spot by the skin of his teeth. As Ratchidas has a little look to the inside, trying to distract Twanbury Hill in the mirrors if he can, but Twanbury not having any of that. As we see there, looks like Ratchidas getting a little bit loose onto the power, and he's lost a bit of time too. Twanbury Hill coming out of the hairpin. Flying Dutchman still going around with absolutely no front downforce whatsoever on that car. Still managing to keep it out there though. 2 to go here at the Hockenheimring. Camber's already halfway around the penultimate lap, so he's going to take an absolutely dominant win tonight here. In the end, looked like Richie was going to have it, but Richie got some damage, had to come in for an unscheduled pit stop after having a clout with the wall at some point. Camber's got just over a lap to go for his first win here at Motive Racing. And the battle's still on here for P3 as we see. Oh, there's contact there between Ratchetus and Twanbury Hill. These two coming together.
Yeah.
Ratchetus was very aggressive there. He should wait for Twanbury here. He should wait for him. Is he going to?
Yeah. I don't think he is.
Oh, give him a moment. Give him a moment. Is he going to? He should.
Yeah. Oh, I think he is. Yep. He must be watching.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, that's good. There's sportsmanship there.
Twanbury Hill back up into a podium spot. Did I just hear myself talking? Anyway, we got Camber currently coming out onto the back straight towards the hairpin for the final time here in this feature race. And what can I say about this guy? He's always had his Wi-Fi a little bit shaky in the past, but on my screen it looks pretty good. I don't know about on the stream.
Oh,
I've heard on the stream it looks like an absolute show.
Yeah, it does.
Well, regardless, it hasn't played a part in this race, thank goodness, and he's going to take the win purely off of his very, very good driving and nothing to do with scaring the life out of other drivers. But he's just coming into the final part of the lap now. It's been a brilliant drive tonight from a man from Belgium. He races regularly in our GTE Championship on Monday nights in our Tier 1 league. He's raced in the Tier 1 for just over a season now. He's got some traffic here. It looks like that is Ugbar there, the Flying Dutchman, lead coordinator and reigning champion of the LMP2, is getting well out of the way and not impeding the race leader as Camber comes through the final section of the lap now into the penultimate corner. It is going to be victory, his first win in Tier 1 at Motive Racing. Camber takes the race, the feature race here at the Hockenheimring for round 1 of the LMP2s here. Richie is going to come round a long, long way behind in second place. Looks like he's just put a lap there on Robert Dornbos. So yeah, good stuff there from Richie. Camber and Richie, the only drivers on the lead lap. But well-deserved second place here. Looks like the battle for the podium, very, very close, but it looks like Twanbury Hill just about held on for that one. Just ahead there of Ratchet. That's incredibly close battle between those guys. Richie coming home to take P2. If you're wondering why those two finished the race, they are a lap down on the leader. Such was the pace of Camber in the wet conditions tonight. Ugbar has finished. There we go. Robert Dornbos comes over the line to complete the race. DJ Phil and Hot Pack are just coming up to the line now. Looks like these two pretty close on the track, but I think Phil is just about going to hang on here for 7th place. Yes, he is. DJ Phil coming around in 7th. Hot Pack loses the car there on the exit of the last corner as he gets a little bit too overzealous on the accelerator. Almost puts it into the barriers on the inside, but gets it going once again. Hot Pack P8. That is it, ladies and gentlemen, for the feature race. Massive congratulations to Camber on taking his first win here. Richie in the end had to make an extra pit stop due to the damage that he got at the end of the race. He had the fastest lap of the race. Not that will count for a whole lot. Twanbury Hill completes the podium. What a race tonight, G.
Yeah, a lot of action tonight. A lot of contact as well. I think there's going to be a lot of steward inquiries tonight.
We're gonna be so busy after this race. And what with Ugbar not being eligible to see to the stewards' inquiries due to the fact that he is a racer in this league, it means that G and I are going to have to do all of it.
I don't think that'll take that long though. I reckon we can get a few sorted out now.
All I can say is, all I can say is to all the drivers who want to make an inquiry, please make sure you pop it in the right place. You can reference the streams as your evidence if you want. Just make sure you give us the timestamps, and we'll obviously look into those. If you don't submit an inquiry, then you can't blame us if it doesn't get looked at. So you need to put the inquiries in. With that being said, big thank you to everybody who joined us on stream, and thanks to all the drivers out on track who made this possible. Make sure you join us tomorrow evening for the ACC League coming up at 6 p.m. BST, that's UK time. Coming up after that, we've got the first round of our touring cars, back on Project Cars 2 for that one. We'll be at Sakito National for that. So make sure you join us then. From all of us here at Motive Racing, have a wonderful evening, enjoy your Saturday night, and we will see you tomorrow. Peace.